Good morning, students. Our today's topic in mathematics O levels is solving simultaneous linear equations using the graphical method. As we have learned to solve a pair of the simultaneous linear equations by using either the elimination method or the substitution method, we now learn to use the graphical method to solve a pair of the simultaneous equations today. The method is same. First, we will make a table of the values by taking at least 3 values of each of the simultaneous linear equation. Then we will make a scale for the x-axis and y-axis. Then we will plot the values of the two tables that we have made. Then we will join the points with the help of the scale. Then we will label the graphs that will be the equations of the simultaneous linear equations. And the last step will be we will check the point where the two lines cut each other. That will be the solution of the simultaneous linear equations. Here is a question. Solve the following simultaneous equations graphically. So these are the two equations. First step will be we will construct a table of the values for each equation. At least 3 values should be taken. So this is the table of the values for this equation, and this is the table of the values for the second equation. The second step will be choose a suitable scale. So, for example, we have chosen a scale on x-axis and on y-axis as well. And then finally, we will plot the values on the graph, same graph paper. And then we will label the graph. So this is the equation for this straight line. And this is the equation for this straight line. So this is called the labeling of the graph. And finally, we will check the point where the two lines will intersect each other. So that is 2, 3. So this is the solution of the simultaneous linear equations graphically. Here is another question. Solve the following simultaneous equations graphically. So again, first step will be to make the table of the values for the two equations. So in each of the two equations, we will make y the subject first, and then we will put 3 values of x to get the 3 values of y. So these are the table of the values which we get. Next step will be a scale will be chosen. So x-axis is equal to 1 centimeter to 1 unit, and y-axis is equal to 1 centimeter to 1 unit is chosen. And the last step will be now we will plot these two sets of the values on the same graph paper. So this is the that is the thing which we have drawn on the same graph paper, the table of the values. Then we will join the points with the help of the scale. And if you can see, the lines are not intersecting each other. Since the lines are parallel, they will never intersect or have any common points. Therefore, these simultaneous equations have no solution. Here is another very important question. Solve the following simultaneous equations graphically. These are the two equations. So the method will be same. First, we will make y the subject in both of the equations like this. Then we will put 3 values of x to get a set of the values. So these are the 3 values of x which will be put one by one into the equation to get the respective values of y. So if you can see from the two equations, when we make the subject y, both equations are same. So it means the set of the values will be same for both of them. The next step for drawing the simultaneous linear equation is we will choose a scale. So the scale is x-axis 1 centimeter to 1 unit and y-axis 1 centimeter to 1 unit. Then we will plot these values on the graph paper. So these are the points. Next step will be draw a straight line with the help of scale. And then next step will be label the graph with the equations. So this graph is for both of the equations. So look now, we have labeled the graph. And because both lines are actually overlapping each other, the two lines are identical. That is, the two lines coincide. So therefore, there are an infinite set of the common points that satisfies both equations. So the simultaneous equations this and this have an infinite number of the solutions. So therefore, we have seen in the previous examples that a pair of the simultaneous linear equations can have one solution, no solution, or an infinite number of the solutions. So for example, from here you can see that these two simultaneous equations are having one solution because they are intersecting each other at one point. These simultaneous equations, when drawn on the graph paper, becomes parallel to each other. So it is having no solution. And these simultaneous linear equations, when drawn out on the graph paper, they overlap each other. So it means they have infinite number of the solution. So there are three cases of the simultaneous equation when we draw them on the graph paper. The statement of the question is the diagram shows the graph of this. This is already drawn. On the same axis, draw the graphs of this and this. Okay. First, we will make the table of the values for this. For x is equal to 0, 1, 2. The y will be when x 0, y will be minus 1. When 1, y will be 1. And when x 2, 2 2s are 4, minus 1, 3. So these are the set of the values for this equation. Now for this, for example, x 0, 1, 2. When x 0, 3y is equal to 24, y will be equal to 8. Okay. Then 1 minus 23 as 23 divided by this 7 point something, and then 2, so 22. So change the values. So 3, that will be 21. So x3, put x3, 21, y 7, and then 6, y 6, sorry, x6. So 18 divided by 3, 3 6 are 18. So these are the set of the values. Okay, now I'm going to plot these values on the graph. 0 minus 1. So this is 0. This is minus 1 point. So 0 minus 1 point. Then 1 1. Here is 1. Here is 1. This is the second point. And the next point is 2 3. This is 2 and this is 3. So plot the join the points with the help of the scale. So this is the line. The label of the line is y is equal to 2x minus 1. Now the second line, that is, first point is 0, 8. Here is 0, here is 8. Next point is 3, 7. Here is 3, here is 7. And the last point is 6, 6. So here is 6 and here is 6. Join these points with the help of the scale as well. So these are the points. Label the graph as well. This is 3y plus x is equal to 24. The next requirement is use your graph to solve the simultaneous equation. Y is equal to x plus 2. This is already drawn. And y is equal to 2x minus 1. So this is the solution, which is actually 3, 5. So 3, 5 is the solution for first part. And for the second part, this equation and this equation. So this is the point which will be 3 point almost 9 and 6.6. 3.9, 6.6. So these are the solutions.